In this video, I will demonstrate how to upload news to Humana France's website. First of all, have a look at the pictures. It's quite important that you get them in the right size, because if not, it doesn't look very well. So if I go into the media library, I open, for example, one that I know is okay. You can see the dimensions here. It says 500 times 300 pixels. So let's start to make the first news. First of all, you go to the blog section where you have 3 at the moment. I have deleted the 4th one as the image has the wrong format. So if I refresh, it should go away and you have the 3 previous news. So first of all, let's open an existing news just to have a look at the settings to understand how it works. So when it's loaded, let's go through the different sections that you see. First of all, these are building blocks. Everything that has this color of green, like light green, they are global, which means if you change anything on this, it will change on the whole website. And that's because everything here is part of your top slideshow. So if you change the title here, it will change on all the pages. So everything that is light green, do not touch, because then you will change it everywhere, unless that's what you really want to do, like changing the image or something. Okay, below there you have this section, and this is the blog for the current article. So what we're going to do now is to create another blog or another news. It's also good to keep a look at the settings over here, as this should also be correct on the new one that we make. Okay, so let's go back to the list and let's start to make a new one. The easiest way to do it is to click Start New. And you give it the name. I have copied it in here. So this is the name of it. And then we are going to use the DIVI editor. So I click on this. From here, I will get a couple of options. A little bit slow internet, so you have to bear with me. It comes up like this. So if I want to make something new, or if I have saved something from before, or I want to clone an existing page. This is the best option, I think, to do. That every time you make a new news, just clone the settings from another news. So I will click this one, and it asks me which article is it I will clone. And while we are talking about entradas, so I will take any of the 3. So let's click on this one. So what it does now is that it creates the new blog, but it loads in everything identical as the previous blog. So first of all, we have to make sure that these ones are identical. Of course, this is in Spanish, so I'm not 100% sure, but I mean, these are easy. You just have to make sure they are identical. Here you don't change anything. And this is where you have the blog article. So as it is a clone, it will have taken the other article at the moment. So what we do is that we just mark all the text and we delete it. And now we paste in our own new text, which is this one. When you paste from Word, make sure that you click on this one first to remove all the formatting. So I paste it in here. I remove the title because I have written that somewhere else. I can remove this, and now I can save it. So if I open it again now, I currently have my new. However, I forgot one thing. In the DIVI Builder, you do need to have the title as well. So I will put that back in. placed it in correctly. And if I'm correct, I think it is title 2, and I can't remember if it's centralized or not, but you know, this is standard editor. Okay, you might want to have a picture in here. That's fine. You can put a picture in the standard way that you do in WordPress as well. I will just close this now, and I am missing to put in the image. Before we do that, I can see the picture you have supplied me with is very, very small. But I will just use it just for a demo, and then you can change it later. So first of all, we have talked about make sure that the sizes are correct, 300 and 500. So that will be like this. But of course, it's much smaller. But for now, I will just save it. So that's the one. So this should have been 500 times 300, but it is smaller. So just save it. I now go back and I will add the image. Standard WordPress. Upload. That must be this one here. So I select the image, it will show here. We only have this category at the moment of news, but we can make more. Everything is ready, and I can click to publish it. Still loading. And then refresh the page. And it has now loaded the news. I can click on it, and it comes below here. We can also add more features to the blog, and I can show that very quickly as well. Because here we have an article, here we have Marsh Share, which is basically the share buttons that you have down here. If you have anything else, like a slideshow or anything, you can always add it. You can add other features, like, I would just say, slideshow. Okay, now this is all in Spanish. Well, there's something called Galleria. Let's add a Galleria. Then I click. This is just a demo, of course. So I take a couple of pictures that I want to be part of this slideshow. Comes here. I can change the order of them if it was. You have a lot of how many on one line. You have a lot of settings for them. Anyway, when you're ready, it's also a good idea to just write something down here. So when you save it, you can recognize it here. And then you can move it up above the Marsh share. You can save it. And let's do a refresh on the front. Then you now have a slideshow with this feature. And so on and so forth. I mean, it has so many different building blocks. I don't know what these different things means, but if I change the setting for this slideshow and save it, I go back and I refresh. Sorry, it was not a slideshow, it was a gallery. But then you can have a gallery here. You can remove the title. But now we are into a whole different course of DIVI. I think the main thing to take away from this is that when you create something new, use the copy from something old. Change the image, change the text, and that's basically all you have to do. I'll just remove the gallery again, and so on. Yeah, but you have some more questions, you can just let me know and I'll make some more videos because there's so many more things that you can do. This was a very simple way to just publish another news. Okay, see you in the next video.